Hey everybody, Jason Cooper here with another episode of Funded Friday. Today's episode, we are actually, it's our second episode of the day, but that's a good thing. We are doing it with Aamir Patel of a company called Silic, which has been on Kickstarter now. Since when did you launch the project, Aamir?
Almost 25 days ago, so beginning of December.
So almost a month, but you still have another 23 days to go.
Yeah.
You guys had a modest goal of $20,000. So
Mhm.
far, you've raised over 175,000 with over 2,500 backers. And Silic is a special kind of T-shirt. Why don't you describe to us what it is?
Yeah, sure. So basically what Silic is that it has a hydrophobic fabric in it, and what's special about our fabric is that it's super hydrophobic. So kind of like the Never Wet sprays that you've seen out there, we have the same properties. Any water-based liquid that's going to touch that shirt, the liquid's going to roll right off. So we kind of like to say it's stain repellent. You're not going to see sweat stains. And we really wanted to go out there and build a product that could prevent people having to wash the shirt after a tiny little spill. And it looks like that's what we've accomplished.
It's pretty remarkable. Even if you're not in the market for something like this, definitely check out their video for Kickstarter, where you guys are just dumping Gatorade bottle after Gatorade bottle on some poor guy. Maybe that's you. I'm not sure, but and all of the liquid just it comes right off. It's a very cool product. Tell me, like, how did you guys develop this? Where did the product come from? What's the 10,000 foot story of the background of it?
It was actually a pretty crazy journey. I started out, I saw a lot of the videos that went viral on YouTube about the Never Wet, and I had a previous project where we were making photoluminescent shirts where you can draw on the shirt using your phone, like the flash on the back. And I said, I really want to expand this whole line of kind of like high-tech clothing. So I went out and I bought the Never Wet spray. I tried it on the shirt and I had a really bad experience. I started to get like a little dizzy after like 30 to 40 minutes, and then after a while I just took it off and trying to figure out what happened there. So I looked at the warning label and it said that these products cause cancer, they cause birth defects, and I was a little bit annoyed that someone would tell me that it's okay to put this on your shirt when it's not safe for the consumer. So I went out there and I looked at some of the other technologies that were available and said, can we put this into a fabric in a safe way, and can it be washable? Because the sprays, the topical coatings, they wash off after one cycle. So through about 3 to 4 months of research, we were able to put together the right suppliers and the right manufacturers to get to where we want to be. And we've built a product that can last up to 80 washes now, which is pretty remarkable from our standpoint. And it's a shirt that's extremely breathable and it's very soft, and we're very happy with what we did.
So this is your third campaign.
Yeah,
Your first one looks like it was unsuccessful.
yeah. It
Your
was pretty
last one raised, if I mean the glow in the dark loom shirt, raised just over $22,000, and then now you're almost at $200,000. What did you
Yeah,
learn from those first two that you were able to put to use in this one that helped make you so successful?
with the first one, the iGold case, I saw a lot of Kickstarters, and I was like, all right, like this feels like a community I really want to be part of. So I had like $4,000 in my bank account, and I went out to India because my cousin, there's some jewelry makers, and I said like, this is what I want to make. So I spent half my money just on the plane ticket and like getting a motel there, and then I spent the rest of the money developing the product, and I had nothing left for marketing. So I made like this really bad video. I put it up on Kickstarter. It was just me talking to the camera like I'm talking to you right now, and that's not good when you're trying to raise money. So that one flopped and burned, and I had absolutely nothing left. So it was a good learning experience that it's 10% about going out there and building the product and know that you can get it built, and it's 90% about the marketing. Because if you can't inspire someone to donate or tell you why you need this product or tell them about the quality of the product, and you're not going to put the effort in to try and explain that to them and tell them a story, they're not going to give you their money. And the second project, Loom, it was about a year and a half later, and I was so disappointed with my first project that I was kind of scared to go on Kickstarter again. So this time I spent all the money that I had on the video, and we got that done with about $500, which is not too much, and we promised the guy after that we would double his payment if we got successfully funded. So he believed in us a little, and that was great. So that project took off, we shipped out, and this time I was left over with a little bit more money. But this time I had to put all my money into the R&D of the project, and this time I was left with 72 cents before I was about to launch the project, so it was a big risk again that this project wasn't going to get funded. And luckily, it's taken off astronomically, and it's been great since then. So I'm very happy that this one actually took off. But it's all about a learning experience. So I have a lot of people that message me on Kickstarter saying, my project is not taking off, blah blah blah, and it's literally, it all comes down to the video and how you're telling your story and inspiring other people to join you on your journey, and that's what Kickstarter is really about.
Was there any specific tactic that you took that you feel like propelled you on the marketing side, propelled you to this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for fashion, technology, and design projects, because I haven't looked too much around the other areas of Kickstarter. The most critical thing to do is number one, in the first 10 to 20 seconds, you want to introduce what the problem is. And then the rest of the video, what you want to do is you want to talk about a little bit about your journey, and the most important thing is talk about the quality of what you're going to build. And talk about your creative experiences, because people really want to be part of your story. And the great thing about Kickstarter is that you get more than just financial support. That's part of it, but the real value you get from Kickstarter, from anyone that's doing a project where you're actually building a physical product, is that you're going to get a ton of feedback, and that feedback from the community is priceless. It's going to help you elevate your product and build a better experience for after Kickstarter when you try to start a business.
You seem like a natural born risk taker. Has that helped or hurt your ability to get this funded in even your previous projects?
I mean, it's all about risk when it comes to starting, a product or a company, and you have to really be willing to get out there and get out there fast. And I'd say more than just risk, it's a lot about just having faith in yourself. And if you have faith in yourself and you tell people that, I put everything on the line, and there's going to be really kind people out there that help you out. And when I put up my first project, it completely flopped and burned. But even after that, people reached out to me and they say, you know what, this was a really good project. Like, you shouldn't give up on it. You should really try. You should keep going. And I'd say it's a combination of risk and just believing in yourself.
So now that you're funded, you still have quite a while to go. Before I ask you what you're going to do with the rest of the campaign, are you planning for delivery and production? How have you approached that? I know a lot of, you've gone significantly over the goal that you started with. How are you handling this extensive interest in it, and how do you plan to deliver your project on time?
Well, right now it's mostly just contacting the right suppliers and showing them that you do have the funds coming your way. A lot of these times these guys don't want to talk to you if you don't have money. And being 20 years old, it was pretty hard to get started. A lot of people say you're just a kid. You don't know what you're doing. Like, we don't trust you. Blah blah blah. So you get the door shut on your face a lot of times. You get the phone hung up on you a lot of times. But I think now that I can show them that I actually have the money coming my way, there's a lot of interested people that actually are asking me, like, can we partner with you? We're really interested. Can we license the technology? We're really interested in you helping you grow. So I've been getting a lot of support just because the financials are there now. So just to stay on track, I've had to actually move the production to 2 different locations now, just to be able to fill all the orders. Originally, we were just going to do a small production run, and I've also had to find a new fabric manufacturer because the order volume is going to be a lot larger, which is good because I've gotten to get the price down, but it just means that all the chain of manufacturing has to just be changed up now. So I think I'm at a point where I know the Kickstarter is going to end around $250,000 from where it's trending. So that's where I'm planning for right now, and then we're just getting all the fulfillment centers and all that set up.
How are you going to take, since this is your 3rd campaign, I don't know, is your model just to launch product after product, or do you try to sustain this success as a business beyond just this campaign? How do you do that?
Well, I mean, my first 2 projects were a really good learning experience. I mean, I literally, my first project, the Loom shirts, I didn't even know how I was going to build a product after I launched it on Kickstarter. All I knew that I needed money to get there. So we were able to get the finances, to go out there, build a product, and I learned so much about the industry that I kind of had like this revelation when I said, I know I want to put my time towards building a company that could build smart clothing. And so integrating fashion technology and design is kind of what I'm gearing towards doing, after I finish school. So I guess the best way to answer your question is that I plan to continue running this product primarily for the next 2 to 3 years, but I always think that Kickstarter is a great place to come back to when you're going to launch a new product. So I mean, right now because Kickstarter's got me so much exposure, I have so many retailers that are saying, we love the project, we'd love to get it in stores. I've had Shark Tank has also reached out to me and they'd like me to go through the couple vetting processes and then see if I can get on the show, which would be pretty cool. And then from there, I hope to just scale and grow the business and continue to introduce multiple product lines. And I think that starting out as an early company, crowdfunding your idea is always a good route to go because it gives you proof of concept. It lets you know what the demand is like. And for this, I know that the demand is definitely high, so it's something I want to stick to.
Interesting. So you're still in school now. Tell me about yourself. Like, how are you managing this while being in school at the same time?
It's a little hard sometimes. I'm currently a sophomore at community college in Cupertino, going to De Anza, and then I hope to transfer to UC Davis, UC Berkeley, depending on how my apps go. So there's life and work balance is a big issue, but I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, you have big dreams. It's best to start early because it's I don't have too much risk compared to a lot of other people who have to worry about paying rent and feeding a family. I have my own family to support me right now. So I mean, I encourage anyone out there, like this is really not my third venture. It's my third venture on Kickstarter, but I've had 1,000 other failed ones, and because of all those lessons I learned along the way, it's helped me get to where I am right now. So I mean, I would encourage anyone out there that wants to start a company. Kickstarter is a great route, or just start by setting up a lemonade stand. It's as simple as that, because every little endeavor you put yourself into, you're gonna learn something.
So you are a career entrepreneur at 20 years old, which is impressive. So I can see why you're in love with crowdfunding. And just in general, like, what is it about the interaction with your backers that has helped guide you? And what are some of those things that you've learned from this experience so far? This most recent one.
The most recent one I've learned what I've learned about this product is I think I mismarketed just a little bit and I should have shown more application. I think there is a huge demand for more of an athletic shirt than just a regular white T-shirt that you can prevent spills from getting on. So I think that what I'm going to learn from this experience right now is that I kind of have to shift the direction I want to go into and kind of mix and match a shirt that's not only athletic, but a shirt that's also casual. And that's all feedback I got from my backers who were kind of saying, is it breathable? Can I go running in this? Can I go swimming in this? So I think that Kickstarter helps you really refine the direction you want to go in after your campaign. Like I can also give you an example from the Loom shirts that we did, the glow-in-the-dark ones. We noticed that it was cool for raves and all this, but the children were the ones that really, really wanted it. So that's kind of what we've gone after the toy market from there. And then I think for Silic, what we're going to kind of go after a combination of casual wear and a little bit of athletics, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Interesting. Last question for you, because I think this is the one that may get glossed over the most, but you now are 25 days away from having a considerable amount of people waiting for their shirts that you haven't started producing. Are you feeling any pressure to deliver? I mean, this is obviously a huge success, and I don't know if it was beyond your expectations or not. But are you starting to feel the pressure? Are you feeling excited? What's the emotion?
I'm more excited. I mean, I don't have an issue of feeling pressure of delivering on time because it's really about just building the best product possible. If realistically I really wanted to, I could order the fabric within 6 weeks and have it cut and sewn in 2 weeks and just ship it out, but it would not be a good product. And I think the biggest issue for all Kickstarters, all the project creators, is getting that product out there on the estimated delivery date, and then you have to deal with a lot of backers that get really, really anxious because they want the product and the anger sets in. And I encourage all the project creators that if you have to push back production just a couple months or a couple weeks or whatever it is just to deliver the right product, it's a lot better than sending out a product that people aren't going to like, because then you're just going to get double the hate. So for the Loom shirts, for example, we shipped them out 2.5 months late, but people loved them. And had I done it 2 months earlier, they would have just looked terrible. So I mean, Kickstarter, it's very great because it's a flexible environment in the sense that you are obligated to return money and stuff like that. But I think that a lot of people, there's going to be about 25% people that get really angry saying that you didn't deliver on time, and there's about 75% people that say, you know what, it's worth the wait. We believe in you, and we just want to see the best product come from you guys.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us, Aamir. For anyone, again, who's interested, the project is called Silic. It is on Kickstarter until January 26th, and it is a very, very cool concept. I'm excited to see how it turns out. And it seems like Aamir is a part of this young revolutionary generation that's using crowdfunding as part of their way of going about business, and that's pretty exciting. So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good luck with your movie as well. I'm excited for that.
Thank you. All right, thank you guys.
Adios.